it still counts as one strike. Oh well. Here it is. All right, so welcome back. Welcome back. We are going to show what we bought up, and what we are actively using. So we've upgraded our pistol twice because we've bought all the moon silver stones from this merchant. We have bought the BlunderBlade from him as well, and we've upgraded it to +2. So that's the weapon that we're currently working with. And as we can see, the damage for it is 109 plus 63 as our scaling on it. And those enemies were taking like 94 damage. So depending if you want to consider that they have like armor of some sort, that is like damage reduction, they're not taking the full damage. But here are my stats. We have 51 into instinct. And as you saw, we were not consistently getting drops the entire time. So I'm not sure how I genuinely feel about instinct above everything else. One of the most obvious things I would say doing is on the character that beat the game, we had somewhere around 200 HP or a little bit higher. So if anybody's wondering where should you aim for HP, I felt like 200 gave me enough to face most challenges pretty reliably. Now on this character specifically, I'm going to be goofing around quite a bit. So what we're going to do is leveling all these off kind of at the same speed. The reason that we're doing this is a couple of reasons. So vitality, obviously the more vitality we have, the more HP we have, the more defenses we have. That's great. We're doing dexterity because dexterity is going to scale with weapons that I'm going to get. And I want to make sure that I have enough stats to wield whatever I want to wield in this game. I will be going at strength at some point. Right now, though, I want to aim around 150 HP, and then maybe I'll start working on strength. But yeah, dexterity and instinct is going to be the focus of this playthrough for damage. Mind does give us more focus, and the more focus I have, the more times I can use my skills, my weapon skills specifically. So that's why we are upgrading Mind. I easily could do, something like this. You know what, we'll do this for now. We'll do this for now, because that puts me at 160, which should be good enough HP for a while that I don't have to worry about anything, and I can worry about it in the far distant future. And then I'll work on strength and mind simultaneously, so that way I can really just equip whatever I need. So we did all of this after the first boss of the game. So here we're looking down at the Sight Cave, and as we can see, I actually haven't explored it at all. So we are vastly overpowered to this area. Let's go clear it out. Now, I am coming down here without any bullets, which is kind of a bad thing. But yeah, as we can see, I'm very ridiculously powerful. Stone, finally some bullets. Kill that guy another time. There actually is a secret technique you can do. What it is you swing, and at the end of the animation of your weapon, if you up jump twice, you can get some extra height on your jump and reach certain ladders. What happens is you do a short what it is that sometimes when you swing your weapon, you get this little tiny hop, which is terrible. The game will sometimes, if you're attempting to do it intentionally, you can swing, do the little hop, and then do a full jump on top of it. So you'll get the height from both and actually up a lot higher. Unfortunately, I cannot do it consistently. So we're just gonna skip town. And we're gonna see if 51 instincts is actually worthwhile. Get enough item drops from it, going through this cave, or go through some of the future areas. But so far, I would argue that, you know, like, we're getting some for sure. I don't think that we're getting enough where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is spectacular. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Right now, Instinct, I would say, feels like the weakest stat, but I'm sure that if it is the luck drop stat in this game, which is what we think it is, I'm sure that there's probably a sweet number to it. And right now, I would say that's somewhere in the 20s to 30. Like, somewhere around, like, 27 felt really good. Right now, I would say 50. Like, some of the pots are giving me more reliable drops. Bad black hooded guy. I will say the one major good thing is that's very impressive damage, right? 200 damage per bullet? That felt pretty. Funny, since we get drops from breaking these spots, unless we want to just go around and make sure that when I find a pot, I'm breaking it. That guy drops something. One bad thing about Instinct is it definitely causes you to play a lot slower. Now, obviously, on your first playthrough, that's not going to be a bad thing. But as somebody who is just being played always do I guess that might be maybe my next video that I'm going to look at. See what stat drives up the animation or damage. Isn't there a dude down there? drop something. Oh, so those guys drop magnetic power. And I do think there's another enemy up here that drops. My brain says that I have to go over to this right side first every time. We'll say one bad thing is a lot of these guys, I kill them instantly. Also something interesting, so we can destroy the top ones and these ground floor ones. And then when we come back into that room, nice magnetic ball. Cool. If we go down and around like that, that could be a course if you really like the electricity and you were like, I really want to make sure I have electric bombs, that I have electric powder as well. Wait for the souls to reach me. That dude almost killed me. Hilarious. So she apparently does not like bullets to the face. I will say that's the one thing I'm most excited about on this character is to see how well it goes on. Guys definitely do not have the same armor as those ghost ladies that we're fighting. See how long it takes for if they drop an item. Oh. Bullets. Thank you. Maybe there is like an enemy in every area that has a chance to drop bullets at them. And in all honesty, that would make a bit of sense. I don't know why I'm so anal. I'm like, I just want to destroy things. No, we did not have to drop down. I am sad. I watched the speedrun of this game, which it was good. What was crazier is watching the speedrun. The person actually died on the boss, and I was just like, that's so... It's crazy, but it was a boss that I... Tested out on that big boy. That big boy's got a lot of it. So here the key is when you get to this third one, walk across it, and go. So much damage. crying out for this. You never just want to That guy is like one of the few guys I haven't figured out. I need to eventually know how to parry that exactly. Okay. You're a good girl. Thanks. I pressed the button. Oh, Spranks. I need to cuddle. It's interesting. I do feel like you get a lot of forbidden bombs very like certain bosses. There's certain bosses I kind of want to just do the test. Be like, how much do these bombs do against this boss? Maybe we'll do that against this one. See what he's weak to. Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to talk about the speed run earlier. I watched the speed run, and unfortunately, the great sword is the weapon of choice. Not that it's the weapon of choice, like because you do like such like crazy amounts of damage with it. It's literally just that like his strength scaling, and then there is a movement tech behind it, which in an older version of this game you could skip a whole bunch of it. Now on the PC version, which is what I'm playing, they have patched that out. It's no longer a thing. I've been trying some of the tricks, and they either I do not understand how they work, or they patch them out. I'm pretty sure they patched them out.
Gather round!
And interesting.
Many, of course.
What do you sell down? 5,400. Him selling these bombs is super. I feel like electric bombs are ridiculous. Also crazy that I have 50 instinct, and these things still only have a C scaling to them. And here he sells these for 50. Bullets, I finally do have bullets again, so if I'm not constantly using my firearm, it seems like the pots are low. Giving me enough? Crap, I didn't mean to teleport. Since I spent the 5,400, I want to go and farm real quick. Again, I'm fully aware I'm way ahead on levels. This is how I play a game. Deal with it. Ledge. They actually have a little over... that ghost attack in this game. It's like whenever you like strike in succession, you get little damage added. Like, I don't know if it's like first strike does basic damage, it does 4% more and then 4% more on top of that. For fall, so we see that ghost there. We're gonna roll over to this pillar. Yeah, this is the one I'm playing. Strikes now that we're at. to 100 damage. Definitely hitting damage cap. Something I was doing for this one is I was shooting her there, and then I would come up here and shoot her down the rest of the way. But I much, much prefer this. But a lot of the time, she'll stay along the ground level here, and you can actually just sit there and wail. Shame that they don't drop Lunar Power. Those things had a chance to drop Lunar Power. I would be like an instinct build. 100% makes sense. At the moment, I'm more inclined to like re-roll. We're not going. 100% we're not going. Alright, so good. You have nothing more for me besides these bombs. We don't really care about them. We did get the Ethereal Greatsword. We are definitely not going to play with it. Played with it. The Night Tide's route definitely super ranks up there with one of my favorite weapons. I would say the only issue with it is that if you really like the whip and its style, what's nice is you can build up the focus, and that will let you use your weapon skill for it. And I would say the weapon skill for it feels amazing. You get to dodge away and then do like a storm from where you were attacking. So if this candelabra was like the enemy, you basically do like I think it's like about half a roll. It's not a huge distance back. But then you rain bullets from the sky that start like where the candelabra was and go back to you. So the enemy is chasing you, or if they're a big fat enemy, you can just drill them like you're like inside of them, or if you're face to face with a giant boss. It is quite amazing. All right, so since those are at 20, what I'm going to do, we'll start balancing out some other stats. We'll take this up to 6. We'll take mind up to 20, and then we'll start upgrading our strength. How about that? Yeah, I think having more mind, that way I could also cast things more often, and I like having, like on our main character, we did a strength mind character that worked really, really well, because I liked being able to cast our thing. See, that's what's so interesting, like that's why buying bullets is so difficult for me to really like latch on. So I did want to see here 15 for 50. I 100% meant to look. Now, I do not think that these are the best way to gain back focus. I would 100% say the chunks are a lot more worthwhile. I was interested to see that these are actually the same. We're going to buy the frost powder. That way, if I decide to need it, we can take advantage of it. I lead down. I'm sure we'll use it at some point. I'm going to buy the fire powders instead of the electric. The electric ones, the reason I'm not using them is that specifically I think of electricity working against them. I'll have to see maybe the next time we go up to those snow caps. Maybe I'll use an electric powder on my weapon and see if killing those enemies is... that lady. I say it, the blunderbuss might be this like secret weapon that I heavily doubted, and I guess the huge strength to it as well as that it would make use of your bullets if you're getting them. And then that would free up the other two things, just spells. I don't know though, the one problem with the blunderbuss itself though is that if you don't have bullets, not stun him in the slightest. I do like the fact that so many of our villains in this game are women. I feel like that's underappreciated window. Always just more evil bitches. And not always just like super villainesses, right? Like super villainesses are great. But I mean, like, you know, your standard men soldiers, probably plenty of stupid idiot women that are like horrible human beings that would succumb to power. It's really funny. I watched this one streamer. I'm not going to name them because I'm going to talk about one review. But their viewer is that like crazy and disgusting kind of simp, right? Like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I just come here to get lost in your eyes every day. Let me see an outfit check. Do it right now. Oh, somebody donated. You have to do things. And it's like, calm the hell down. And from what I've seen, the person's not even a 2, right? If the person is a tipper, I would 100% be like, yeah, dude, go off. Absolutely, like, yeah, like, get this queen, right? But the guy does not get at least through, like, the normal channel. Through the normal channel, right? So for that reason, this guy just seems like a really needy, annoying a I do not appreciate it at all. I don't know what it is. He just rubs me really hard. Oh, dude just really rubs me the wrong way for some reason. Alright. Oh, I had the Edelweiss pastels equipped. Not for their intended purpose. I was trying to see if I could unfreeze statue in that section. Alright, so we have fire, we have electric, frost, and forbidden. Alright, so we are going to start off with fire. We're going to see how much damage we do to this dude. Decided I want to die full HP for the fight, since I have not increased my HP much. Kind of bad. 144. I get to see that. 124. I didn't dodge it. Ooh. Definitely the strong hit. Electric bombs are So void bombs are 100% the best. Like very, very easily. The best. I've never tried using these on bosses. Here you can get a little bit of free damage in. Ultimately, though, going this phase with what I was going to say is your chance to buff up your back. That is so much damage. I didn't use the pile. Hold F4. I think I got the vial off in time. I think I had enough time from when he died. I'll have to look at my other playthrough and see if he gives 10,000 or if he gives 12,000. I never really considered that. Boxes. First room is doing injections. Remember. This, I do think, is one of the best spells in the game. But for anybody working on a mind ability, the Moonshade Tears gives you these 3 ice spikes that come out of the ground. Each of the ice spikes can hit an enemy, and I think that they are freaking as fun. Definitely not. I think the powder alone, the extract that I have equipped is like 200 a piece. Not unlimited either. We just killed Edwin. I wonder if it's Edwin. No, because you see him next. Alright, so we got everything that we can get down here. I can't think of anywhere where the grappling hook is specifically used down here. If I wanted to, I could come over here because I do believe we can unlock a character who's eventually a mind teacher, like he gives you a spell. However, we don't actually need him right now. Because I think that we don't need him until we go up to the ice area. All right. Interesting. So we built a new boss and unfortunately we don't get the next upgrade thing until the yellow section. Erlim is the first upgrade of weapon. Yeah, we're definitely at that point where we're not progressing quickly. I guess to be honest with you, the dark is probably going to be more advantageous. I think I said it was 26 is the one stat you need for everything to be good. So this is good to see. HP is going way down. It's like 3 to 4 now from like 7. Before it was 7 per level. So definitely getting up to that 150 break point, I would argue, is bare minimum. But yeah, we'll get our mind up to 20. Because I do like having more focus. And I will also admit this BlunderBlade gun. Dexterity and instinct. I feel like it does so much. In a good way. That would take us right back to where we were. So you're supposed to die from that. I'm sad. I wanted to kill the big guy because I couldn't remember what he dropped. Now that I've killed him, I can remember that he drops healing things. That is one really good thing about Instinct so far is Instinct seems like you can just have potions for days. The only negative to it for sure would be you can only carry so much healing on you. So, I guess for newer players, Instinct could be valuable since you'll have enough healing to kind of get through things, but I would say if you're more experienced at Metroidvanias, I don't know how I feel. I'd say maybe 20 makes the most sense. Capture those. I need that spell. Mildly annoying. Right now that I have the hook, I could go rescue the dancer, and the reason to go rescue the dancer, she does give you an electric shield that I do believe actually scales off of instant. So, tell you what, if we... Too low. If we, once we get to the next save point, it will go. The one shot I was willing to take. To the right of me, I think was 4 or 5 forbidden bombs, because you can get it after you get the boots next area. I'm not sure how actual amazing. Like, they're definitely the best bomb for sure. We'll say they're nice. That up there. But unfortunately, the baby, for those of you trying to collect babies, you need double jump for a whole bunch of them. This one over here. That one is another one you need double jump. With like one bullet. Say, I wonder if the power scale will change or that Shadow Beast was really, really weak. It does stink though. I do feel like the fire bombs in this game got super jet. They're just like your standard grenade. These guys dropping shards specifically. Okay. It's also very good to know that if you're huge on, casting all your shit constant. Take a safety heal. You don't really need it for the part. I think there's only one enemy that I actually really. Wouldn't it be really awesome if Instinct trying to do my double strikes. Oh, I think it'd be really cool if Instinct let you like find things. So that you'd have a chance to find double the things. Did my base damage, and then when the bullet fired, it did like 162, which is good damage, not bad. But it also didn't do like amazing.
A prudent moment. The power. My vengeance grows near.
Take heed. You must be cautious in your pursuit of such power. Do you know its strength?
It is a strength that belongs to me, all my own. I am the definition of such might. My heart is lightened, a receiver of a great...
Let me help you.
No. No.
Alright, so I have an idea what I think Warlick is. Especially because you don't see him after this area. Bullets to the dome. Oh, whoops, I did say I wanted to go back and press something. I guess this makes sense as well. Because we needed, I guess I could go get the tight. No, let's just get all the way through first. Hold on. Go back. It also makes Lena. That is counter. Okay, so I need to go down there to deliver the flame. Wait, no, I don't need to. I'm gonna go rescue it. Hold on, guys. My dogs need a quick 30-second break so I can. All right. Back to Annihilation. Using our instinct. Powerful. It's on a really long delay. Guess I could have gone and gotten that. Hold on, we'll have to come back here later. Up to my left, however, I don't need it. So I get double jump. A lean machine. Not lean.
My, it is refreshing to meet a handsome man around these parts, even through the darkness.
I cannot see you in such gloom.
Why, yes. Mystery is all part of my image. Can you dance, young man?
I do not recall.
I dance in all places, be it dirt, floor, bones, but always in gloom and shadow, away from the eyes of those who intend to do me harm. It was different in the old times, before it all fell to ruin, to evil.
Weevil!
Oh, how I'd love to dance again, at a ball, yet I do not have the means to travel. Everyone I knew and loved scattered across the lands. I can hardly see those lands through my windows now. I yearn one day to see the sun once more and bask in its warmth, to find myself, for I fear I have long gone already. Annika is the name I have been graced with. And you are Eric. There are whisperings about a stranger in our midst, lost on his way. Perhaps you could bring back some much-needed frivolity. Organize me a dance, and I shall help you see a little clearer in the darkness.
That is no mean feat, Lady Annika.
For sure, it is not. Yet, I feel you will do well. There are others that can help. Some good people remain in the shadows. You will know when you find them, Eric. I wish you good fortune.
I know of a place where you'll be safe. Head to the manor.
Alright, so rescue the Annika. And she gives us the lightning skill. Or a spell. Shot bombs. Not the heal injections. Need them. What a bummer. Go rescue the little girl, but I think we actually get anything like from her. Like, we get one of the first toys, but can't do the rest of that area without. No, let's go. We're in the vicinity. If he dropped anything, so that's why I walked there. Priest of the Ethereal Order's Diary. Junus shall be silenced no longer. The darkness shall overwhelm the light. Bring lost prayers back in the hearts of many. So weird to me that what it is, why does that feel so amazing? Just striking multiple times? Oh, I need air dash action. I don't even have air dash. For some reason I thought I only needed grappling hook. Oy vey, oy vey. Nothing else requires a grappling hook here. There is one other place I can go to grappling hook. Okay, I can at least get the baby. No. And I one-shot you. That felt brilliant, actually. I will grind him into dust. Completely unnecessary. I wonder if some of these puzzles like this one, I'm fairly certain they did not intend for you to need double jump, but I'm kind of curious if they were just like, we want this to be at the maximum height of a jump with a block. I feel like rolling jumps let me jump a little bit higher. this is also the perfect example. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it's the got it. Don't know what gives me that little bit of extra edge some of the time. Every once in a while, you need that little bit extra. All right. We are. That's exactly where I want. Well. But these enemies are literally just here. If you jump into them, you fall into those pits. Like zero other reason. They have no other bearing. They do nothing else in the game. How well fire does on this. It's actually a refight of the damage is so nuts. The Blunderbuss, the best gun in the game? Or is it Instinct that when you upgrade Instinct that nice, they're the basic ones. I don't know why I expected those things to have a lot more HP there. No, his bullets! Isn't it weird that, like, that's the time he misses? I can't imagine that would be worth it as a circuit to do. Boss drops something that I'm not aware of.
Eric!
I regret not. I require further time.
Fear not. I shall wait. I must allow.
So yeah, she gives you the Omniscient Eye of Protection. I do not love this spell at all. So here we can see with the Mind and Instinct scaling, both at D, this shield does like 55 damage per second. And I will say that it does last a long time. So I would say that if you are very good about avoiding the enemy's damage and their skills, that potentially this electric shield could be really, really good. Because 55 damage per second, and then it's one of those things like you can put that on and then switch over to whatever spell, or in my case, you can just unload your whole magazine. Yes, we're at 20 for everything except for strength. We'll get that up to 20, and then from there we'll kind of have to decide what we want to do with actual stat pool. I do want the strength though, because my defense against Frost, there is a boss that I like to kill, and I find him ridiculously hard. I think he just absolutely kicks my ass. There. Roll. Yeah, that's a weird area, because you can unlock that dude so early. I think he gives you anything, does he? Let's go check real quick. Curious. I'm gonna take the fast way up. Maybe since I have the hook. No. Something else that I've been trying to get a little bit better at that. You get some power of the dam, which potentially is like the most ridiculous damage. The end is nigh. Gates protecting us from the rest of the city. We're attacked last. Those beasts are changing fast. Now have wings, sharp limbs allowing them to climb up to us. Madman cursed us with these beasts. They're coming, here to oppress and take the city for their own.
That is a mighty feast you have.
It is all I can eat. From the bones of the dead, it has taken me.
Then we must cure you.
It is fruitless to try and heal me. The veil is ready to open. The day has been prophesied for centuries. I studied the rumors, the signs, but one must have eluded us. The Federation has failed. I will keep searching until my mind is clear.
There has to be something we can do.
No. You must leave this place before this curse overpowers you. The beings that surround me will not harm me. Go. Take this. It's the least I can give you.
The beings that...
I know of a place where you'll be safe. Head to the manor.
He guards a child to the left. I guess he doesn't really guard, he watches it. I could make that one. And I think I need to double jump to get that shortcut. And there's really nothing else in there. There was like a single, like, one or two enemies that I could get. Bat brain. Got that this is covering So ornate swordsmen can drop the tears of their they kind of slink down, and when they slink down, that's your impure those tears. So with my sword, I get like didn't dodge that. Alpha. You can take a shortcut back to the glass. We do not need it. I don't know why that's so fun. You can get up onto this first roof, so if you want to kill flying bees, not really a good reason, and they can drop back.
You are an unwelcome shadow.
An unwelcome shadow. Blood cell leak.
The forbidden power overwhelms by its own unique means. One that can never be relinquished by the person, no matter their will. You do not have the right to carry such a burden.
Who has that right?
No one.
Really understand this. Let's go ahead and we'll fight Royal duel. This duel, I will absolutely admit that lightning or frost is probably the best route. We're going to do frost because I think it's a lot easier to farm for, and it's an area that we will be going through again. So this way it won't just be a lightning duel. Finish. So I definitely feel like the weapon enhancers with instinct, that definitely seems too. We are going to switch over to 145 plus 88 would be 220. 33. Now that is 233 per bullet, whereas this would be 311. You're firing 2 shots at this. The scaling is really bad on both. Hopefully, as we upgrade things, they become better. Or maybe by playing with the shotgun, maybe we'll really worried I was gonna miss these little wormy things. Nova Astronomy Note. Essentially, this masked lady is Nova.
Maskless one approaches. Come, let me take a good look at you. I sense hesitation in you. My appearance disturbs you.
I have seen horrors greater than what is before me.
That I understand, for it has grown dark around these parts. The joy slowly ebbs away. There was a time when we would dance, frolic together in harmony. But for some, that joy would never be enough. Their pursuit of perfection and immortality snuffed out what we already held dear. We danced through days and nights, through purple flowers. A delicate yet hardy construction, stone and wood dependent on them. A comforting crib on which to rest your head.
What is this place?
A ruin, twisted and mangled into a writhing beast. The grotesque beast of corruption.
But beauty dwelt here once?
Indeed. I remember it more vividly than ever. And the dancing, the masked balls I organized were legendary.
Would you perhaps consider another?
To whom am I favoring?
The Lady Annika. She desires to dance once more.
I believe she would require a grand venue. One where the beauty of the dance will appear on all walls. A unique place where even one dancer would make a room seem filled. I believe she would require...
Because that means now I don't have.
Enter.
You should not.
I lead you. We all but change.
What have you?
My beloved.
Where?
That is where.
So unfortunately, that girl, I love how creepy she is. She just doesn't say much or this much info until yes, all 3 toys for her. To be honest with you, I'm trying to think now. I don't remember where all 3 toys. No, one is from when you rescue the girl. And one I remember just being like in the middle of a room. Super easy to find. Might be the flaming area that we go to after the current area is new. Traveler's Note. Another has come to the violation of Nycrux and goes to find peace. One who is still mourned or needs. was going to go back and talk to Lady Annika. I realized is we can get... I think it's the second mirror. It's sort of random that these little jars come like twinkling. I think it's the second mirror. Try second mirror. This is definitely like an area where if you want the drug, I would 100% argue that they're starting to piggyback on speed. I was correct. Prototype blueprints. So of the Vanguards. Signal Sigma, power of the Saints. 2, sever the line between those who bask in the light must be found. Power within can be. Well, that is can. Belly beam. Go upgrade our gun. Go upgrade everything. I live next to a river, and apparently it's very popular for boating. Might be a noisy summer.
How I wish to have another's arms around me once more. Our bodies as one with the music.
I have found someone who will grant your wish near the city of Erlem. A masked ball in your honor.
Eric, I never thought I would dance again. Your candor and determination have made my dreams come true. Oh.
The prototype blueprint.
Oh, a rare find, that one. Gives you all the power you need.
So that potentially is what restocks your top, including giving me electric bombs. Actually really nice, we don't need the demi-shade ore yet. And then if we want to, we can buy these on discount. So if I was to buy all of them, that's 9,000. I'm not going to just yet because I want to level up my equipment first. But if I did... So let's go ahead and upgrade this blunderbuss. We're going to make it as ridiculous as possible. Interesting. So not only did I level it all the way up, which was perfect on souls, but no additional scaling. What's weird to me about that, damage on it, I mean, I guess maybe I shouldn't be comparing it to the giant weapon. It doesn't look amazing. Alright, so I needed 9,000 to upgrade, or to buy all the stones that he has. Well, actually, that's... Oh, it's demi. Would be around like 900. extra 50 damage. I was watching, probably butcher's name. It's Mr. Llama SC. And he's a Diablo 2 streamer, like speedrunner. There, I can't. But he was talking about like how Diablo 2 but something that he was commenting on like some of the newer games, and like we're gonna use Path of Exile 2 specifically. In Path of Exile 2, everything like kind of coalesces to being like AoE build at some point. I have not played Path of Exile 2. I think a bit of Path of Exile 1, but I didn't have like friends. So I usually got really bored. Oh, wait, I was getting 6,900. I got like 7,000. But she was mentioning that how Path of Exile 2, everything is something, and how that kind of becomes boring because then like you can't build a build. And I remember having the same issue when I was playing Diablo 3. I really enjoyed Diablo 3. I played all of us were playing like different classes, so that made it like extra fun for me. I typically like to play support in video games anyways, especially like if I'm playing with friends. I want to play a more supportive class or like something that plays well with other people, right? So like if they're playing a fire sorceress, I will play with something that reduces fire resistance. That kind of mindset. But it was funny because he's doing like a series in Diablo 2 where he's playing with a bunch of different classes, using some of their single target skills as like the, and it's interesting like hearing him talk about what's fun for him. There are times where building that single target build is fun. I remember in Diablo 3, everybody and their mother go for mass AoE because the game is just so overflowing. And eventually, the game did make these like they're called super reds. They're single target games. You usually have a game skill that was designed for some target good. I remember building this one class where it could, like, it was a single target build that kind of worked as a pseudo AoE. It wasn't designed to be that. It did enough damage to little things or if things were really low on health. The way that the build worked could. The way it worked is you would fire 4 missiles. You had a main missile that did majority of your damage, and then 3 smaller missiles that did very, very little damage. However, it has one enemy. All 4 missiles would hurt the same one enemy. And it would kind of be like this waterfall of damage because I built for crit rate. So you would just have this flowing amounts of damage that was thing. When you get down to single targets. Or it was also really good because it was a ranged build and it was the main missile was guaranteed to hit the target you were aiming at. When I was playing with my friends, we noticed that there was always like one enemy per act that was like pain in the ass. So I would be built to target that singular pain in the ass enemy. And the build worked really, really well in that regard. And I had so much fun playing in that manner. In that manner. Like, that was absolutely so much fun for me. I don't know why. All right, Dopietta. This is going to be our main gun. What's great is that just by ranking it up, the scaling on it gets better. I need like another 20,000 souls. All right, let's go get some more souls. For our shotgun. But yeah, I think a very important thing when building or designing a player game is it needs to be like fun, obviously, for like when you're playing by yourself. Design that when you're playing by yourself for this time. But I also think for a multiplayer game, I think it needs to be more fun when you're playing with people. I think that's a huge aspect of a multiplayer game that makes it better. It's like League of Legends, a lot of people even say that. It can be very frustrating playing on your own, but when you're playing with a friend, at least have somebody else that can kind of like calm or you know, if you're trying to talk shit on the jungler, you know, somebody can be like, actually, the jungler has been really helpful to me this game. You can kind of bring somebody back down into peace. I feel like Diablo, like 3 or 4, actually would be a lot more fun with other players. I was trying to replay through Diablo 3 by myself, and it is just not... it doesn't feel good to me. I think I just need to play it with them. I think that's probably the issue. And Diablo 4 is one of those games as well. There's so many like weird side quests and stuff that you can do, which I think is great. There's tons of side quests to do. But I'm somebody where I like to do all the quests in an area before moving on. I can imagine that playing certain other people, that's so infuriating because they're like, I just want to get on this, or oh, I just want to beat this because of these special dungeons at the end. And I'm like, I get that there's special dungeons at the end, but we have to be max level for the enemies, so like leveling up everything. But I love in games where it's like, oh shit. I love when you're playing a game and it's like, this skill does extra damage against poison enemies. And so like if you're playing with a buddy, if you both build poison, that is not based off of my gun damage. This time we're just gonna roll dice so we can pick up our body. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys think, like some of your favorite multiplayer. I know that a lot of people like playing first-person shooters together. For me, that's just a game style that when I was really young, I loved. Like, for me, 320. Now that I'm older and my reaction speed is... Which could also be like a condition that maybe I just have to play the games more. I don't know, I like games like this, or I like games like Diablo, where you can learn certain attack sets, or reaction things. Not a 100% reaction thing, which to me is what first-person shooters are. Whoever reacts last one, because then... I'm trying for the double shot there. That was my weapon skill, not the shotgun. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Definitely need the boots. That way we can start buying all the spells, and then... What's really great is that a lot of the guns, if you can see in the upper left-hand corner, the silver stone requirement is actually only 1 per gun. So this Dopietta is now as fully upgraded as it can be. So 455 plus 306. 455 plus 306 would be 761. You'll find something to shove our barrel now. Watch, this is gonna be like what makes guns OP. It's like, oh, you just have to upgrade them to +5 before they're good. You are missing a shot. Because the pottery can have bullets in it, it's supposed to be distinct build. That really... What's up with these tentacles? Freaking suck against them. Forgot to explode. The storm here. Going for the parry on that jerk, and the other one shot me. The gun can be good. Saucy spells out of here. Combustion powder. I'm gonna have to think about what powder I want to use against this series of blocks. Would just try smart. Maybe electric for the... That kills all the tentacles in the area. That's the bottom of the stage. Get out of here. Nothing. something I'm a little bit on the fence about the acoustic build. I'm glad to see that it seems like all of our consumables, once you hit 50, where consumables feel good or like very impactful, right? The way that you would expect them to. Those little tiny things, do not drop it. And they are worth their soul. Blessed teacup. Oh, I didn't know you could throw that. Storm Chaser Mace Whip. Very, very good weapon. Mace Whip at all. So it scales off of strength, deals electric damage, has a high crit chance and crit damage on top of it. And we've determined that the electric on it is really, really good because if you freeze an enemy with electricity, it's fantastic. But I also love that the weapon skill is a mace-like weapon. It just made everything about the Mace Whip feel really good to me. I still think that the old axe is probably my favorite weapon. I don't know though, that Mace Whip, because you get it so early. I'm just thinking that it might be... It's very interesting, like, because between both of the weapons, the strength, like, if you go pure weapon damage, right, you're like, oh, I just want to do it as much ridiculous damage as possible. I would argue that the greatsword is better. Everything reliable. Not what I was expecting at all. Viewer of Williams. That would be awesome. I highly doubt that it's going to be a thing. Feels so good. Wouldn't it be awesome if, just think. you, a little bitch. Oh, interesting. I guess maybe in arenas like that, you probably can't drop them. You're guaranteed to get some at the end. Probably reduce the drop rate. Alright, only this one last mirror left. Shot her. This puzzle is based off of the mirrors in the background, so this mirror no longer shows anything. Second mirror shows the shrimp. Now we have to go find. Know where it's at. Necessary damage, so up. Thank you. Now that the clocks had nothing to do with it. Whatever that thing was. I had killed both of those. So, twice there, I was actually trying to do my gunblade combo, my blade combo, and I accidentally hit the other button. What works out so splendidly about this is I play with the BlunderBlade. It's kind of like it doesn't matter if I hit the wrong button. You're still going to take a crap ton of damage. This time we're all the I only have 8 bullets. Down to the bottom. What I'm going to do is refresh level because I would rather have 20 bullets. We actually have nothing that is upgraded. I'm gonna run back down to that lady. I'm pretty sure it's after them. Let's go to the boss. That lady down there sells me a mask for 10,000, and I need to buy it at some point, and since I have a whole bunch of souls on me, right now would make the most sense. So weird that that's a soft. Alright, so against this boss, we're fighting electricity, and we're fighting fire. I am going to try to wreck this boss. This pot. Was that on the left count?
Take heed. A mere night torn and
never paid attention to what they did.
On retribution.
be fair, that fight went really bad in a lot of different ways.
Only retribution awaits you.
Shame that that's Jaeger. And also, you have nothing. I know in this area. It's even weirder. Why? I wonder if we kill Lena. There's a second Lena fight. Not a second Jaeger. Almost broken. Propulsion boots. Under conjuration. That lets us attack things above us. Actually, let's go ahead and equip it. I don't know if I'm ever going to use pretty much anything else. And interesting, this does go off of instinct. Speed rating. That's always been one of my issues with the spell damage in this game. A lot of it, like, there's some of it that scales really well, but a lot of it just does not scale at all. It seems like it's in one of two categories. Either the base damage is really, really high, or the opposite. Like, either the base damage on it is low, but it does scale really well.
I'm the last of my kind. Take this, a face most fitting to your own. Yet do not use it to deceive, only to assist. Those who seek to befuddle become the befuddled.
Grants understanding of the dead. Second skin allows the wearer to communicate. Cipher is a mask society. Socialites would treasure. But yeah, unfortunately, it costs.
You must indeed have the blood of these lands. It is a gift most gratefully received. Well, a good turn deserves another in kind. You must indeed.
Honestly, and fortunately, makes a lot of things disappear in this game. Oh, whoops. Supposed to be stopped. Oh my gosh. Alright, so Instinct. Instinct is doing its thing. Felt like at the beginning of the game it wasn't doing a lot. Maybe that's me thinking that it just only was like top rate. All right, so now we have a few things left on this one to go pick up. Good. Those assholes. We now have a very reliable lead. Oh no! Use the chain. I wonder if Lena maybe that would actually make a lot of sense because he actively avoids Jaeger. So, if we go back through the swamp, there's like one item that we can pick up now that we have jet propulsion boots. But I don't really think that that's worthwhile at all. Need double jump to get all the treasures in that area, so it's time we peek the hell out of here. So if we wanted to, we could go deliver flowers. I think we're gonna go do that real quick. Over the water well flowers.
You were not consumed by the whispers that haunt from where.
Our other statement was, well, all right, we could go down here. Do the one filtering. I think I'm gonna wait until problem. It just feels marvelous. Just stick out your gun and things die. I wonder if like the Dex build is like super big with this much instinct. Because like typically Dex weapons are really fast. Whereas this BlunderBlade is not the fastest. Alright, so we spent 10,000. We'll be at 47,000. You have not replenished your supplies. I cannot upgrade these things any higher. However, Black Hall's Double Menace does have a B scaling. And some of the, probably the second highest crit chain. I'm sad that that's something that doesn't scale. It'd be really cool if as you scale all of them up, they like, you know, if their base is 5%, that they would go up to like 10%, and so on and so forth. That way, as you're upgrading things, it feels pretty good. Alright, you ma'am. Hand over the blessed decup.
Curse bearer, you have released me from the grip of these hallowed alls. Allow me to share my compassion with thee in turn. For years, I've kept guard over this key and the power that lies behind its lock. The capacity to reveal the mysteries of this place. Find it and wield it.
The key. Secrets that have not been spoken. Gotten. Died. Unfortunately, now I need to keep
My sentiments must have fallen upon deaf ears. My hunger could not keep me away. Books and knowledge are all I have left. All I seek. There are fragments scattered throughout this land.
What can I do to help?
Find the sacred place, venture down, and seek the tome that I desire. Then the knowledge will be unleashed. A knowledge that speaks of celestial powers of which we can only dream. The cosmos a beacon of understanding. Its reflection ripples on the vast pool, hinting at lost secrets.
I've seen the ripples. A presence I cannot fathom.
So you've met our goddess. She fell to this land and is scattered across it. Junus is buried deep below the cathedral, but it is said her spirit lives on, trying to communicate with those left behind.
tell us what the powers. Okay, so he was right outside the elevator that he's talking about. At least that he doesn't give anything until... Daughters, alas, rituals were in vain. Gone. Lost. For weapons and grit. Avenge my sister's destruction. Do our work with distance and those who are willing. Change of services. Remember on one of my playthroughs I was like looking at that and I was like, yeah, I have 3. I have 3. I absolutely could have like 5 maybe. I think you don't get anything in the
Your custom is most appreciated.
Custom? I do not wish to buy anything.
Nerd.
Needs outweigh wishes, young man. Come closer. I am the manor. I am the mother, the caretaker. Call me what you wish. However, you are in need, which certainly outweighs my impulse for small talk. And when in need, one needs a spell.
You are a witch.
'Tis a crude term you utter. I sought to help the all-knowing, all-seeing, whom I thought to be the best of us. But my gift was a sword with which to murder my sisters.
What such weapon exists?
A malignant force. We believe it to be dispersed among living things, left to grow like a tumor on people's hearts. People like you. We developed our own religion. Gods do not exist. I sense the burden you carry. Power is an inexplicable thing, traveler. It is not a flock of sheep to be shepherded, a criminal to be interrogated. It just is.
I feel an unwavering, yet unfathomable desire in my heart. Do you know what lingers there?
That is an unfair request. Shadows darting back and forth, a flutter which cannot cease. Desires are strong entities that can be enhanced or destroyed with the tiniest nudge. You need a spell to help you overcome what you are seeking to confront. Come, take a look at what I have to offer.
I actually have never looked at what she sells without first giving her that. So I was at 47,000 before I started shopping. I'm gonna buy her spells, upgrade materials, and I might as well buy her bombs. What's the other? Alright, so hand over the dried liver.
I am most grateful, my dear. I feel its irrefutable power. Yet, I fear its potential has not yet been fulfilled. Your search is not yet ended.
Now that we gave that, actually has nothing else. So is it one of those things I have to give her so just like her sister needs so many babies? Alright. What we're going to do, I'm going to go farm. I don't think you guys need to watch this anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do my farming circuit, and I'm going to get back up to that 47,000. Probably end up farming over. It's not really intentional, but I'll just buy powders and demi-shapes and stuff. But I want to thank everybody for watching.